My Storie today. The first recorded murder in what is now the United States of America occurred in the early colonial period. It is the story, broken down into 10 detailed stages. The early colonial context. In 1607, the English established their first permanent settlement at Jamestown, Virginia. This era was marked by challenges such as disease, starvation, and conflicts with indigenous peoples. Survival was a primary concern. Resources were scarce. Social tensions often flared among the settlers, who came from different backgrounds and had varying expectations about life in the New World. Arrival of Billington. In 1620, the Pilgrims aboard the Mayflower landed in Plymouth, Massachusetts. Among them was Billington, a troublemaker and member of a family not particularly devout like many of the other pilgrims. Billington and his family were not part of the Puritan religious group but had joined the voyage for better economic opportunities. From the outset, Billington had a reputation for defiance and discord. Establishing Plymouth Colony. The Pilgrims established Plymouth Colony under challenging conditions. Harsh winters, limited resources, and unfamiliar territory required strict discipline and cooperation. Billington often found himself at odds with the colony's leadership, including Governor William Bradford. He frequently caused disturbances. He resisted the authority of the colony's leaders. Billington's troubled reputation. Billington had a history of conflicts with the community. In 1621, he was charged with insubordination after threatening Captain Miles Standish, a military leader of the colony. He avoided severe punishment but remained a contentious figure in Plymouth Colony, frequently involved in disputes, rising tensions in the colony. By 1630, tensions had escalated among the settlers. The small community of Plymouth Colony was tightly knit. Disputes were difficult to keep private. These disagreements often turned personal, especially when resources and land were at stake. Billington became embroiled in a feud with John Newcomb, a younger settler. The feud with John Newcomb. The exact origins of the conflict between Billington and Newcomb are unclear, but each likely revolved around land or hunting rights. Newcomb was a respected member of the colony, while Billington's reputation made him a likely suspect in any dispute. Their conflict escalated, culminating in a deadly confrontation, the murder. In September 1630, Billington fatally shot John Newcomb with a musket. The incident occurred in a wooded area outside the colony. This was the first recorded murder in the colony. It shocked the settlers. News of the crime spread quickly, and the community demanded justice, trial and conviction. Governor William Bradford and other leaders convened a trial to address the murder. Billington was found guilty of premeditated murder. The trial was conducted according to English historical debate on Billington's character. Some view him as a troublemaker, whose defiance and crime disrupted the harmony of the settlement. Others argue that his presence reflected the diversity of personalities and motivations among the settlers, not all of whom shared the Pilgrims' religious zeal. Billington's story adds depth to the narrative of Plymouth Colony, showing that each was not a monolithic community but rather a mix of individuals with differing values and priorities. The evolution of colonial justice. The Billington case marked the beginning of a legal system in colonial America that combined English common law with local adaptations. Over time, colonial justice systems became more formalized, leading to the establishment of courts and the development of legal codes that would influence the United States judicial system. Billington's trial and execution represent one of the earliest examples of the colonies grappling with the complexities of justice and governance. The broader context of violence in the colonies. While Billington's crime was the first recorded murder in colonial America, it was not the last. As settlements expanded, violence both interpersonal and between settlers and indigenous peoples became more common. The tensions that led to Billington's crime foreshadowed the broader struggles for power, resources, and survival that would shape colonial history. Modern interpretations of the event. In modern times, do Billington's story is often revisited in discussions about early colonial life. His actions and their consequences are studied as a case study in human behavior under stress, the challenges of community building, in the role of law in frontier societies. His story also serves as a reminder that the history of the Pilgrims is not solely one of unity and faith but also one of conflict and imperfection. Impact on popular perceptions of the Pilgrims. The story of Billington complicates the idealized narrative of the Pilgrims as a harmonious, devout group seeking religious freedom. His life and actions reveal that even within this small, pioneering community, there were elements of discord, crime, and punishment. This more nuanced view has been embraced by historians, seeking to portray a fuller picture of early American history. Legacy of the first murder in America. The murder of Newcomb and the subsequent execution of Billington remain symbolic of the harsh realities of life in early colonial America. They serve as a reminder of the moral and legal dilemmas faced by settlers as they attempted to create a new society in an unfamiliar and often hostile environment. This event sets a precedent for how the colonies would handle crime and punishment, influencing the evolution of American law in society for centuries to come.